Hey YouTubers, Mike Bors with the Mike Bors channel. Thank you for watching. Today we're talking tub faucet leaks, and in the event that you replaced your stem or your cartridge or that little teeny rubber gasket at the tip of the stem or cartridge and you still have a leak coming from your tub faucet, chances are your internal seat is damaged. Now that internal seat rests in the inner portion of the valve. The valve is that inner portion inside your wall that directs all the water. So in this video, we're going to show you the step-by-step process on how to remove the old seat and install a brand new seat. And all we need is a little bit of patience, a little bit of time, and the right tools. Let's get started. And this is the internal gasket of the cartridge, and when you open and close the actual handle, it moves this internal cartridge, and once you close it, this screws into that internal seat that I just showed you, and that seat rests against that rubber gasket, creating that watertight seal. However, that internal seat is beat up and has sharp edges and is very corroded, and it actually caused ripping on the old internal gasket. So we've already replaced this internal rubber gasket in a separate video, and we are replacing that internal seat. After setting the cartridge down in a safe location, I grabbed a flashlight, and inside there is your hot water portion of the inside valve, and way inside there is your seat. It's all corroded. The actual face of it is a little beat up and a little sharp edges I'm seeing, which ultimately caused the tearing of the internal rubber gasket on the internal portion of the cartridge. So we are going to run to our local hardware store, grab the proper removal tool, and a new seat. Alright, YouTubers, back from our local Lowe's. That is the tool that you will need to remove your internal seat. And let's go ahead and open that up. Once you grab the correct tool, and there's several different end tips, you want to insert it into the actual seat, and make sure you do not strip it. It'll be very hard to get out if you strip it. And I'll need both hands. Carefully turn left and loosen the seat. And making progress. Again, do your best to not strip the inner hole of the actual seat. It'll be tough to get out. And I'll just carefully continue to loosen this up and pull it out. I'll try not to drop it down behind the tile. And there's the old seat. Ours was a square, and that is very, very beat up. So in front of me is the old cartridge, unfortunately, gonna use it again. The old seat, and that's very beat up. What I wanna show you is the bottom portion of the actual cartridge. Inside there is a rubber gasket or rubber washer. And when you close the actual handle, this portion seat is supposed to go inside. And it doesn't actually line up perfectly, unfortunately, and it's not creating that watertight seal. The face of this seat pushes in on the actual rubber seal and creates that watertight seal. So we've got the replacement part. You'll notice that just like our old one, we've got the square, and we will position this properly and go insert it and secure it. But before that, what I'm going to do is run Teflon tape along these seams of the thread. Making progress. The new seat is properly Teflon taped on all seams of the thread, and let's go ahead and head back to the bathtub. Back in the bathroom, and very important, on the bottom side or the interior portion of the seat that goes inside the valve, make sure none of that Teflon tape is obstructing this hole. That would not be good. And from here we will carefully realign this with the tool and carefully insert it. And when you initially put it inside the actual valve, be very careful. Get a good feel for that thread. Make sure you're not cross-threading it, and carefully turn this actual seat wrench. And do not over-tighten it. However, you want it snug. If you over-tighten it, you could cause harm to the inner portion of the plumbing. Have an internal leak. That would not be good. After securing that internal seat, go ahead and grab your cartridge and line up the thread and carefully re-tighten the actual cartridge. Hand tighten it first, and then from there, get the wrench. After you secure the cartridge, grab your plate and carefully insert that back in place. From here, we will grab our handle. Grabbing the old handle, it does not matter where you insert it or how you align it. Just go ahead and close the actual valve pretty firmly. Go ahead and take it off. realign the thread where you want it, and then grab that Phillips screw and secure it. And once your handle is pretty firmly secured, we can go ahead and turn off the cold. And from here, we need to go turn the water on. Back outside, and to open it up, you will turn it counterclockwise. And you'll hear the water flow in. Back inside, and make sure the water is running. Come over, turn on the hot and cold water. And allow a few seconds to go by before that water actually comes out of the faucet, because we had it all off. Let it run for maybe 5 to 10 seconds, and then go ahead and turn it off. In the meantime, I'll turn off the water to the sink, and the excess water will all stream out. And from here, hopefully, your water will stop as it is slowing down there. And from here, just monitor the drip. That is a little bit of excess water in the actual faucet. That should stop here momentarily. And there we go, no drip. So that's good. All right, YouTubers, it is now the next morning, and I let it sit overnight, and the entire inner portion is completely dry. And down here is completely dry as well, so that is good. The last thing that we're going to do is recaulk the seam to not allow any water to get behind this cover plate and into the drywall or behind the wall. In our next video, we are going to replace the entire diverter. So definitely check that out. There's a link down below. That's it, YouTubers. See a quick, friendly DIY project. Do us a favor, below the video, you will see that thumbs up icon. Click on that, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Definitely go to your settings, turn on your YouTube notification bell. Once you do that, every video that we upload, you will be notified. You will be able to stay up to date with us, and that will be awesome. Thanks again for watching.